If you are confident in your skill, you are not strange at all to the challenge games of the brave players. So today, let's go through 3 more games not for the weak. If you are not careful, the first thing you will lose is not just time. To start, we will introduce a game with little risk, although a little bit of preparation, but will bring a cool experience. The first game is called Kukurizan. We introduce this game because it is much safer than the Ouija. Usually, the Ouija is not only very careful, but also very lucky. If you are not lucky enough to call a dark soul, it will bring the unforeseen consequences. Instead of connecting with a soul in the other world, with this consciousness, you will directly call an entity called Kukurizan to play with you. Kukurizan is the name of a soul of a creature that lives between a dog, a fox and a bear, symbolizing good, honest, but also not lacking in intelligence. Kukurizan is very strong, but when it is just recovered, it will not be strong enough to harm people, so it will be less risky. But less risk does not mean safety, so I still ask you to read the instructions carefully before performing. To perform this ritual, you need to prepare a piece of A4 paper, a pair of shoes, 2 black and red ink pens, and most importantly, at least 2 people. Before playing, you should note that you must leave at least 1 open window open to welcome Kukurizan. Start by placing the paper horizontally. Then use the red pen to draw the symbol of the Torii Gate on the top of the paper. In Japanese culture, the Torii Gate often appears in Shinto temples, which is the intersection between the 2 worlds, the world of the living and the world of the soul. Then, in line with the 2 right and left corners above, use the black pen to draw 2 letters, yes and O in the language you choose. Below, also use the black pen to write the number from left to right, from 0 to 9, then to the last letter according to the language you choose, and so the preparation step is half completed. Next, you and your companion in this ritual will put the coin on top of the Torii Gate drawing and hold it with 1 finger. And of course, absolutely do not let your finger leave the Torii Gate when performing the ritual. Finally, to welcome Kukurizan, please shout Kukurizan, Kukurizan. If you are here, please move this coin. After hearing your call, Kukurizan will go from the window to the Torii Gate from the coin. If the bell moves to the word yes, please check to see if your companion is leaving. If she really doesn't do anything, congratulations, you have just welcomed an entity from the other side of the world. Now, you can ask Kukurizan about everything, but always remember to call her name twice before asking a question. As a Kukurizan, we must express our absolute history with souls. The spiritual story cannot be joked. Like a chess game, Kukurizan will move the dice from the corresponding positions to form an answer. Kukurizan knows a lot, but also very religious. You should be careful not to be fooled. If you want to end the ritual, please shout Kukurizan, Kukurizan, please come back. If the bell moves to the word yes and then returns to the Torii Gate, it means Kukurizan has returned. Here are some notes after performing the ritual. You can destroy that piece of paper, smash it or tear it, but burning it is the best. The coin you used should not be kept. These are the objects you used to make a connection with the other world. You shouldn't keep them. I repeat that this game has less risk than using the Ouija, but it doesn't mean you will be safe. There are very evil souls, so be careful not to be fooled. If you have tried playing Kukurizan, please leave a comment about your experience in the comment section below. But if you still see the preparation is too laborious, we will introduce another game much simpler. The next game, you only need a deck of playing cards, a candle and a little salt to create an atmosphere and increase efficiency. Let's play at night. Unlike Kukurizan, this game has a high risk because you will connect randomly with another soul, which increases the probability of encountering a demon. First, light the candle and turn off all the lights in the room. Close the curtains, then let the room get darker. The only light must come from the candle you prepared. Then, put salt on the cards. Those who want to participate in the game must pick up the card and stir it out. Then, take out 18 cards and arrange them into 3 groups of 6 leaves as shown. Then send a representative to ask, Is there any soul here who wants to talk to us? That person needs to put his hand on the cards and stop when he feels a card burning in his palm. Stop and flip that card over. The substance on the card symbolizes the answer of the ghost. The substance heart is yes. The substance diamonds is possible. The substance clubs is no. And the substance spades is no. Others can do the same. Ask a question and then put his hand on the cards. And remember, only those who ask can flip the cards. Some people have shared that they have experienced some unusual things while playing, such as feeling something touching the person or hearing strange sounds. So, to keep safe, please immediately end the game if you feel anything unusual, even the smallest things. To end the game, say goodbye and blow out the candle. Then, flip the cards over, put the salt on them again, then turn on the light. Look around again. If you don't see anything unusual, it means you have finished the game safely. And finally, the most dangerous, but also the most expensive item in the games I have introduced today is the treasure box, the Devil's Toy Box. Unlike the previous two games, this time you don't recall a soul from the other world, but you open a common door to the other world so that souls can pass. If you have played some previous spiritual games, you will see the number of ghosts that need to be in the mirror is no less. For example, Bloody Mary. Three Kings are the most famous games, and the third place is the Devil's Toy Box. That's because the mirror has the ability to absorb and store very good air, and even can be used as a medium to protect ghosts. Our culture also considers mirrors as a very powerful spiritual tool, always instructing us on what to avoid when using mirrors, such as not breaking the mirror, not looking at the mirror a lot. Buying a new house should not keep the old mirror. If someone has lost the house, they should cover the mirror. To create a complete box, you will need 6 mirrors, a tool with a sticky type like a glue or tape, and a lot of skill. The goal is to assemble 6 mirrors into a box, with the mirror facing inward and covered from the outside. And that's it, you have finished building the gate. The next step is to fill the miasmal into the gate so that the bodies from the other world can pass. You can try it in haunted places or near places that contain a lot of miasmal, such as tombs or graves. Many cases say they heard the sound of a rattle and a rattle from inside the box. It sounds like nothing, but you should be careful, because this is a more dangerous game for 2 reasons. First, as I said, because the essence of the game is not a connection with a soul, but to create a gate. So the number of souls in the box can only be limited by the size of the box. The number of ghosts will not stop at 1, but it can be 2, 3, 4, or even more, depending on how big your box is. Second, among the sources of information that we can find, no one has found a way to end the game safely. That's because it's very difficult to know which souls have passed through the gate and how many. Crushing the box is definitely not a wise choice. While you think about it, the box will still be there, believe me. There will definitely be a day when a mark appears, and that mark will grow bigger and broken. The game is over, and maybe that's why there's not much information about how to end the game. Not because they're too lazy to share, but because before they find a way to end the game, they can't share anything anymore. And just now, 3 games with a soul color were tested by a member of Creepy. If you've ever played these games, please share your experience in the comments below. But I'm sure no one will teach you how to play. If you want to hear more similar videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to Creepy. Thank you very much. See you in the next stories.